September 22nd, 1926. Howard Carter and his team begin their 5th excavation season at the tomb of King Tutankhamun. The focus of their work is an unwalled room on the far end of the burial chamber called the Treasury. When they enter, the first thing they come upon is a 5th so-called magic brick.
This 5th brick has a harrowing inscription that reads, "It is I who hindered the sand from choking the secret chamber, and who repel that one who would repel him with the desert flame. I have set aflame the desert. I have caused the path to be mistaken. I am for the protection of the deceased." And we have to wonder, why was this 5th brick placed in the tomb of Tutankhamun?
While other pharaohs' tombs were found to contain 4 magic curse bricks, only King Tut's includes a 5th. But why?
That 5th brick may be a clue, a sort of X marks the spot treasure map that shows us that something very significant that perhaps we still don't understand was hidden in that tomb.
On September 28, 2015, British Egyptologist Nicholas Reeves made a remarkable discovery while examining high-resolution scans of King Tut's tomb: the possibility of hidden cavities within the burial chamber.
Dr. Reeves looked at high-resolution images of this wall, and he noticed a crack that looks like it should have been a door, and it was right about here. They brought thermal scanners in and scanned behind this wall, and they believe they found cavities behind this specific area. He took a permission to go inside the north room and dig through to discover what's behind this wall. But just a couple of months before the mission took place, it was stopped for unknown reasons.
Who or what may be hidden in this secret chamber is hotly debated. But some researchers believe it is possible that it contains the remains of Egypt's most controversial pharaoh, Akhenaten, who also happens to be the father of King Tut.
Ancient Egypt had always been polytheistic, many gods. And then there is a new leader, a new pharaoh with a new idea. Akhenaten announces there will be one God. They will be a monotheistic people. Aten, the sun god, would be the one divinity they all worshipped. The image is the sun disk. It shook the empire in really terrible ways.
What could have inspired Akhenaten to make such drastic changes during a time of tremendous prosperity? Ancient astronaut theorists suggest there may have been an otherworldly influence. And as evidence, point to the way he was depicted by artists of the time.
Akhenaten introduced the idea that every time his artisans would carve something, it had to be lifelike. So it had to be represented exactly the way it was seen, which is interesting because if you look at the likenesses of Akhenaten, he looks very strange.
Akhenaten had himself depicted in the most peculiar way. He had this elongated face, he had this protruding belly, he had these almost like chicken leg type legs, very peculiar, with this elongated skull at the back. Now, all other pharaohs had themselves depicted looking as, shall we say, majestic and muscular as possible.
One has to wonder if Akhenaten may have been some type of an extraterrestrial hybrid, and that is why he introduced this one god rule. Perhaps that sun disk Aten that Akhenaten prayed to wasn't a sun in the sky at all, but it could have been an extraterrestrial that instructed Akhenaten. The texts say it's a winged disk.